Hello, I'm Margaret Wheatley. I'd like to talk to you about perseverance, which is the subject of my new book. Many people misunderstand perseverance. They think it means carrying on, pushing on, forcing yourself, willing the world to work in the ways you want it to work. But that's not what perseverance is. Perseverance is a choice we make to be aware, to be awake, to be realistic, to take in all the information coming to us as we try and do our good work. I was really struck by the nature of perseverance when one day I received a text message from a dear friend of mine who's CEO of a very large nonprofit organization along the Gulf Coast of the US. Because she's located in the Gulf Coast, she's constantly dealing with natural and man-made disasters. The text message was quite simple. It came as she was sitting in a meeting where she was very frustrated with the lack of government support that was forthcoming after a hurricane. The text simply read, "Every day I make a choice not to give up." And for me, that is the heart of perseverance. It's not forcing the situation, but it is choosing to be someone who perseveres, someone who wants to stay for the long haul, someone who wants to be there for other people and to contribute to this time. I organized the book Perseverance around a prophecy that was issued by the elders of the Hopi Nation to the world in 2000. And I'd like, as you listen to the beginning of this prophecy, again, to see if this is something that you can identify with. Here is a river flowing now very fast. It is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid, who will try to hold on to the shore. They are being torn apart and will suffer greatly. Know that the river has its destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, and keep our heads above water. Do we choose to be people who want to keep our heads above water? If we do want to be those kinds of helpful people and not cling to the shore, where we will be swept away, if we choose to stay in the middle of the river, then there are many things we have to notice about these times, the nature of the river, the dynamics that are so prevalent in our culture right now of fear, aggression, anger, and anxiety. And we have to become conscious about how we personally are being affected by these very strong currents that are very destructive in their implications and where they take us. The Chinese character for perseverance perfectly expresses what the nature of perseverance is. It's an image of a human heart with a knife suspended over it. Now, this has many interpretations, as all Chinese characters do, but I'd like to offer a few of my own. As we set out to do our heart's work, the work that we really feel passionate about, the ways we want to best serve the world, we will encounter obstacles. I think that's the image of the knife. We will encounter setbacks, failures, frustrations, despair, grief, anger, all of these things which can easily knock us under, pull us under this turbulent river that is now running so very fast. There's one other aspect of the Chinese character that I think is important to note. As we encounter obstacles, it softens us, it tenderizes us. We discover the tender heart of sadness, but we also discover our compassion. It's the simple recognition that it's just our turn to serve the world. It's just our turn to turn toward other people and see how we can be of most help and most service. And this is a joyful experience. Even in the midst of the greatest tragedies, I have observed time after time how when people are working together and really feel their connectedness, that's when we discover true human joy. So this work of persevering is a choice also to discover the joy of being human together.
Well, we've known, we've had a choice. We chose rejoice.